You guys just landed in Scum. You're naked, you're afraid, you're looking like me, a complete noob. You don't know what to do. That's okay. We've got you. We'll go over the 3 things you need to know how to survive in this wasteland. Now come with me. Alright guys, we're gonna go over 3 things today. Number 1, we need to craft some weapons. I'm gonna teach you how to do that. Number 2, you then need to have a backpack on how to store shit you find in the game. And number 3, we need some of that juicy ass food. And this is just gonna be a little guide to get you there. So you're in the game now, we need to figure this out. You just start hitting the ground for some rocks. We're just looking for rocks. We're gonna try and craft ourselves a stone knife. Alright, we're in, we found some rocks. You then hit the tab button, goes to your inventory. Now click on the crafting tab. From here, you're like, what the fuck do I have to do? That's fine. You click on the stone knife. You then click craft. You click craft. In the bottom left hand corner, you can see the items located in red. Those are the items you're going to use to craft the new item or the new knife. Alright, let's go to our inventory. You can see once we've crafted the item, it actually gets dropped on the floor and not in our inventory. Make sure you just drag that over. Alright, next thing we need to do is get some poles. And the way we do that is we go over to a big ass bush. So join me again when you find a bush. Alright guys, we found a massive bush now. Great, that's fabulous. What you need to do is take the stone knife and put it in your hands. Once you're there, you will then come up with this sort of action icon that says cut. Feel free to hit F and you can go through an animation. You can start cutting down some stuff. Alright, now that we've done that, we can see that we have a bunch of these long wooden sticks, and that's perfect. That's what we need. We need to craft 3 spears, and the way we do that is basically very similar to the knife. You then go into your crafting section. You hit tab again, remember, and then you select the improvised wooden spear. From here, you can see you're going to need to use your stone knife and then use a long wooden stick, and then just click craft. There you go. Simple, simple. So far, we figured out how to craft stuff. That's great. I'm loving it. We're less of a noob. I'm always going to be a noob. Anyway, alright, we've done that. Great, let's craft another one because we have 2 long sticks. We want to craft 3 of these things, and I'll show you why in a second. Okay, now we go to onto the thing, and you can see that we've now got these wooden spears. I'm going to throw 1 and 2 in our holsters, which is great. And remember, make sure that you have your stone knife in your item case. Alright, and now we can quickly access our spears by hitting 1 or hitting 2, and that'll quickly switch it from my hands. But we need a 3rd one. Always carry 3 spears when you first begin the game. Alright guys, we now have our 3 spears. Good job. Next thing we need to figure out is how do we get a backpack? And to do that, we need a zombie or a puppet, however you find it. The reason why we need them is because they're going to have some clothes on them which we can cut into rags. Let's go and do that. Right guys, we found a puppet or a zombie. Let's try and kill it because we're going to need to get its clothes. To do that, let's just sneak up on it a bit, and then you're super. Oh shit, it's found us. Alright, let's get ready to throw our spears. Oh, and a headshot. We're good. We're good. Alright. See, spears are great because they're really easy to kill things with it. So let's quickly hit F to search it, and then we'll see what we have. Alright, that generally just drops everything on the floor around us. It's got a marine cap, which is great. Definitely put that on. Put some blue jeans on, and as well as a technical sweater. I'm currently going to take off my pristine clothes and then cut them down into rags. We're not going to use that for stuff. We're going to use it for medical things. I'm not going to go into that in this video. I'll do it in a later video. We can talk about that later. But you only want to use the zombie clothes, and which gives you dirty rags for creating a backpack. On puppet down. Let's try and find another one to steal some more of its clothes. Guys, you now have 10 rags. That's great. Let's go and look at our crafting menu. So what we actually are going to build is this small improvised backpack. This is like the best like beginner like backpack in the game. And what you need to do now is, I know it looks like a lot and you don't need half of this stuff, don't worry. Each recipe has different variants. So if you hit on the arrow, you can have a look and see there's something called the improvised rope. That's what we're going to be building. We're just going to need 4 long wooden sticks. That's not too bad. We're gonna need a stone knife. Okay, that's not too bad. And then we also need a sewing kit, or in our case, we're gonna use the bone needle. Next thing I need you to do is grab 4 long wooden sticks. You should remember how to get those from the earlier one. If not, go to a large bush and cut those out, and then bring them back to your rag pile. Now you have your 4 long wooden sticks. We now need to see what we need next. And what we need next is to create 2 improvised rope. And to do that, we're going to need to have 10 rag stripes. It doesn't matter if they're dirty, or it doesn't matter if they're clean. And the way you get rag stripes is by right-clicking and then cutting some rags apart. Remember, we want to use just dirty rags for this. You want to keep your clean rags for medical purposes. Enough 10 rags? Feel free to craft 2 more of these improvised ropes. I have created your improvised rope. The next thing we need to do is create something that is called the bone needle. And that's the last thing we need. But in order to create the bone needle, we need to get bone. And the way we do that is by getting a knife in our hands and then chopping up the zombie. And you can do that by hitting F with the knife equipped. You're going to slowly then start to cut open this guy. Alright, now we've cut the guy apart, we now need to find another bit of him where there can be a leg or an arm, and then cut that again. And that will give us some meat as well as a bone. And we'll come back to the meat in a second. Now that you've cut him apart, go into your inventory again and then select the bone needle, and then feel free to craft that. And this is the last component we need to create the improvised backpack. I know this has taken a while, but it's so worth it. Definitely worth it. And now if you click over to your improvised backpack, you have everything you need. Remember, definitely remember to select the dirty rags. And the way you can do that is by selecting all the dirty rags and then right-clicking on the clean rags. And then that's it. That's it. Feel free to click craft. And it's going to take a little bit, depending on what skills you selected at the beginning of the game. But other than that, it's good. You have a backpack. Good job. All that crafting has definitely worked up an appetite. I think we need to talk about food and what we eat now. Now you may have noticed when you're cutting up puppets, they do drop meat. And you can definitely take this into your hand and right click and eat it. That will give you sustenance, and in fact I think you do need to do that. It's not the best food in the game, but it's definitely some food. But there is a way you can improve this further, and that is by using an improvised fireplace as well as a skewer. And so that's what we're going to do next. So go feel free to build one of each of these and then come back to me and then we'll talk about it. So now we've just created our improvised fire as well as our skewer with some meat, and you should see these 2 items on the ground. Don't worry about putting the skewer too far away from there. It's generally going to be fine. Now there is a bit of a bug where depending on certain things you can't actually light a fire. But the one thing I know that definitely works is 2 sticks which creates a fire drill. So I'll definitely create a fire drill. You can use it 3 times. It's dirt cheap. Yes, it takes a bit longer, but at the moment it's the only thing that really works in the game. This could change, but you can find matches, you can find Zippos, and you can also find yourself some flints. So definitely keep an eye out for those things in game. Okay, now that we have our fire drill, let's pop it in our hands and let us light the fire. There you go. And then this will give you some cooked meat, which is a lot more nutritious and will fill you up for a lot longer. Alright, there we go, guys. So we can pick up our meat and then hang on, let me just pop that there. You can pick up your meat and eat it all, or just eat some of it. And there you go. That is it. That is basically you eating. You are now able to survive in the world of Scum. Good job. I'll see you guys later.